An internal Facebook document claims that a San Francisco-based FBI special agent lied under testimony about conversations he had with major tech companies that blocked the Post's reporting on the information on first son Hunter Biden's laptop hard drive before the 2020 election. Elvis Chan lied about his interactions with Facebook after the shocking revelation. According to reports from October 2020, Hunter and his father Joe engaged in commercial dealings with foreigners, according to internal emails obtained by the House Judiciary Committee. An employee of Facebook claimed to have spoken with Chan on October 15, 2020, who informed him that he was up to speed on the FBI's investigation into Hunter's laptop and that there was no current evidence to suggest any foreign connection or direction of the leak. Chan had revealed the details to the worker during a follow-up phone call after a chat the day before between the FBI's Foreign Influence Task Force and Facebook representatives, during which the Bureau declined to comment on whether the laptop was real. Chan had revealed the information during the conversation. Regarding Trump's 2020 claims, DeSantis said, "Of course he lost." Almost 3 years after the former president's defeat, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis made the most blunt remarks on the subject when he stated that Donald Trump of course lost the 2020 election. DeSantis stated, "Of course he lost," in an interview with NBC News that aired on Sunday. Joe Biden is in office. The comments come after DeSantis' statements to reporters in Decorah, Iowa, on Friday, in which he said that theories spread by the former president and his allies after the 2020 election were unsubstantiated and did not prove to be true. DeSantis had previously refrained from making such emphatic claims about Trump's demise. At the time, Trump's inner circle publicly praised him since he was one of the pioneers in putting up the idea that state legislatures may alter election outcomes in certain areas. DeSantis, though, has generally avoided inquiries over the validity of the election results in the years thereafter. Yet DeSantis continues to argue it was not a perfect election, citing actions taken by states to ease voting access during the pandemic, and went on to criticize Trump for funding mail-in ballots through the CARES Act, the $2.2 trillion economic stimulus bill passed in 2020 in response to the coronavirus crisis. But here's the issue that I think is important for Republican voters to think about: why did we have all those mail votes? Because of Trump turned the government over to Anthony Fauci, former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. They embraced lockdowns. They did the CARES Act, which funded mail-in ballots across the country, DeSantis told NBC. Unmentioned by DeSantis is that he once praised the CARES Act when it was signed, saying it provided critical resources in the fight against COVID-19. "We thank President Trump for this much-needed support and look forward to our continued work to defeat COVID-19 and emerge stronger than before," DeSantis said at the time. Nor did DeSantis note that he, too, took unilateral action as governor to let local election offices process mail-in ballots earlier than state law allows to address concerns about adequate staffing and a surge in voting remotely due to the coronavirus. Elsewhere, Republican state legislatures blocked Democratic requests to take similar measures in states like Pennsylvania, where the prolonged counting of ballots became fodder for election conspiracies. Voting by mail is incredibly popular in Florida, including by voters from his party. Nearly 2.8 million Floridians voted by mail in 2022, when DeSantis was re-elected by a historically wide margin, including more than 1 million registered Republicans. As he often does when faced with questions about the 2020 election, DeSantis in his interview with NBC motioned toward the future and how the 2024 election must be a referendum on Joe Biden's policies and failures rather than relitigating the past. He argued Republicans will lose if they focus on January 6, 2021, or what document was left by the toilet at Mar-a-Lago. However, as Trump stares down 3 criminal indictments related to the alleged mishandling of classified documents, hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels and efforts to overturn the 2020 election, these issues have taken center stage, all while Trump maintains an overwhelming lead. On Friday in Waverly, Iowa, DeSantis made the case for healing divisions and moving beyond Trump's legal woes. We got to look forward. We got to start healing divisions in this country, DeSantis told reporters. All of this stuff that's going on, I think it's just exacerbating the divisions. And so sometimes there's a larger picture that you have to look at, and I will be looking at that larger picture wanting to move forward for the sake of the country.